Hi, my name is Pamela Quinn, and I am the owner of Elemental Om Studios. I'm a yoga teacher and an Ayurvedic specialist, and probably best known for my book, The Elemental Cleanse. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about really health for your mouth and how we approach that from an Ayurvedic perspective. Your mouth is really the first base for digestion. It's probably one of the most important centers for all of your senses and all of your sensations. The Agni, or the digestive fire, is actually ignited through the senses that we take in through the mouth. So to have proper mouth hygiene is critical to successful digestion in Ayurveda. A lot of people come to me because they are experiencing gum disease, tooth decay. A lot of people hit that magical age of 40 and we start having all kinds of problems, including root canals and infections and things like that. So the best practice really is to start taking care of yourself, before you get sick. So I want to give you some hints and some things to do so that you can actually really have a great experience of oral hygiene. One thing I recommend to everybody is Neem Toothpaste. Neem is an Ayurvedic darling in Ayurveda. It's this little scrappy evergreen tree that kind of grows wild. In India, where you would imagine the poverty is quite high, people have to do what they have to do to keep themselves healthy. And in India, people will literally chew on the stems and chew on the leaves of the neem tree. You could do that. It's quite bitter and it's really hard to swallow, so I highly recommend you simply invest in some awesome neem toothpaste. It's an antibacterial, it's an antifungal, it's an anti-inflammatory, and I think it keeps your teeth actually really nice and really beautifully white. In my home, I use the Neem toothpaste, and I also use a Sonic Care toothbrush, so it's an electric toothbrush. I've never whitened my teeth, and I think my teeth look really nice, even in comparison to my friends who do whiten their teeth, which is kind of an aggressive process for your tooth. The next thing I recommend is flossing, and of course I have Neem Floss, which I love, but you don't want to floss if you're of Pitta constitution. So a Pitta constitution is a person who is just more fiery and their gums tend to bleed. So flossing is not the best choice. What I would recommend instead for the Pitta constitution is that you get a water pick and you use that as your means by which to floss your teeth. Of course, there's mouthwash. Neem mouthwash is awesome, so it's going to kill all the bacteria, which is really ultimately what is causing the bad breath as well. And then in Ayurveda, we have this amazing practice called scraping the tongue. This is a tongue cleaner. This is from Banyan Botanicals. It's metal. If you buy one of these, you'll have it the rest of your life. When you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you go through your process, and at the end of the process, you scrape. You just take it and scrape down the tongue, and all this, I don't know, kind of gross, what we call ick is what I call it, comes off, and then you just rinse it off, clean it off, and you're done. Using a tongue cleaner is really important because it's not just cleaning the tongue. I have a lot of people who say, oh, well, I just brushed my tongue with my toothbrush, but what the tongue cleaner is actually doing is it's stimulating a response, not just through the tongue, but through the whole digestive system, that it's time to eat. So when you get up in the morning, you'll scrape your tongue and it actually starts the digestive process. So by the time you get downstairs, all those digestive juices are flowing and you're ready to eat and digest your breakfast. Lastly, what I want to recommend is a process known as oil pulling. Basically, you take a couple tablespoons of sesame oil or some other oil of your preference, although I highly recommend sesame oil, and you put it in your mouth and you swish it around for 1 to 5 minutes. You can gargle with it. The oil ultimately turns white, and then you'll spit the oil out in a trash can, not down your sink, because you don't want oil in your sink. And what you'll find is this helps with bacterial growth, so it's going to help with bad breath, it's going to reduce inflammation, it's going to help with pain, it's going to facilitate healing beyond the skin layer. Sesame oil is the only oil that actually penetrates all 7 layers of the skin. I can't even tell you, we use this stuff for everything in Ayurveda. So it's a beautiful beautiful thing to add to your mouth hygiene. Thank you.